我需要靠近一些。我的能量不足。
Sup, you beautiful. Thank you. Over the last 48 hours, I've just been inundated with, among many of y'all's top for being a part of comments yesterday when we talked about this whole Candace Owens situation. But we also now have updates to the whole situation because Turning Point USA has thrown down the gauntlet, at least according to Candace Owens. Right after nearly 3 months of speculation and wild allegations following the death of Charlie Kirk, including what appear to be insinuating that tons of people in the group that he founded were somehow in or involved with it, Turning Point USA has responded to Candace Owens, with Blake Neff, the producer of the Charlie Kirk show, jumping on during yesterday's episode to list some of the accusations that Candace has thrown at them in recent weeks and dispute them.
Candace has effectively tarred everyone here with complicity in Charlie's death by repeatedly saying he was, quote, betrayed by, quote, everyone. She has said Charlie's murder, quote, had to be approved by Charlie's friends, and then suggested those friends might have her murdered too for, quote, knowing the truth.
He then went on to say that their silence up to this point has been about respecting Charlie's friendship with Candace, as well as him saying that it was to adhere to his rule of not feeding the trolls, right? And generally saying they didn't engage because they didn't want to divert energy or attention away from their mission to give air to Candace's insanity. But then with that, you had Blake saying after weeks of their inbox being flooded with accusations of cowardice or complicit agreement and demands to respond, they decided to say something. Right? And specifically, their plan is to host a live stream and go through points that are being brought up against Charlie's family, friends, and the TPUSA organization, and then respond to them. And they even expressly invited Candace to take part in that live stream in person in Arizona. Right? And then Candace, in her latest episode, readily agreed to that.
Have you no shame? We're gonna find out. You can pick the place, you can pick the time. I say we do it tomorrow. We don't need to plan for this. We don't need lawyers in between us, lawyer statements. It's not how I roll, okay? I don't care about any of that. I want it to be authentic. Like I said, you can take the money. We can raise money live for this conversation. That is how badly the world is demanding it. So I accept it with whistles and bells, everything. I fully accept. I say, let's do it tomorrow.
Also, in addition to that, you had Candace going through Blake's response to her allegations.
She has suggested Charlie's security team intentionally denied him first aid after the shooting to ensure that he died.
When you say suggested, it means that they are interpreting my words. What I said is another fact. They did not issue him first aid. When he fell down, there was nobody who pulled out any gauze and tried to stop the bleeding, and they've admitted to that. In a sit-down with Sean Ryan, Brian Harpole said it was because of the severity of the injury. I'm sorry, again, that we noticed something that stood out as unusual, given the expertise and the amount of money that he was paying that supposed to be an elite team.
Right, and then Candace also accused Blake and TPUSA of lying.
She has accused us of lying about Charlie wanting Erica to take over for him if he died.
Never happened. That is not a quotation. That is just them saying that. So let's keep rolling.
But also with this, you have some saying, because Erica is now the head of TPUSA, the people interpret any attack on the organization as an attack on her. But hey, with all that said, for now, we have to see what's going to happen with this live stream, which apparently is going to be December 15th, and also what's going to happen in the lead up to it. For some wondering if TPUSA will end up pushing or canceling it, others wondering if Candace is actually going to show up, especially as in response to TPUSA's date announcement, you had Candace saying, kind of weird how you didn't email or call me to ask about times or availability, and chose to instead tweet this confirmation out at midnight. Why am I learning about this on X? Before then going on to say that she can't do in person on the 15th, and noting that it was, according to her, deliberately scheduled for the same time she does her live podcast. But even still, she offered to cancel her show that day and appear remotely. Which also, on that note, a lot of Candace's fans are kind of concerned. Right? Many asking why TPUSA is so adamant that Candace show up there in person. Or saying that they could do this digitally, they could probably do it then sooner if they did it digitally. Some even seeming genuinely concerned about Candace's safety. But for those who have been watching and or on this ride with me, what are your thoughts here? But then next up today, we've got to talk about how Secretary of War Crimes Pete Hegseth is back in hot water, right? Because he put troops at risk by sharing sensitive military information on Signal. And I know some of y'all are like, yeah, Phil, we know, we've talked about it. You getting Trump brain on us, Phil? But no, or at least probably not, maybe, I don't know. But that's unrelated to the here and now, because the reason we need to talk about this today is because that is also now the finding of a months-long inquiry by a Pentagon watchdog, which produced a classified report that was sent to Congress on Tuesday night, and an unclassified version was released publicly today. And in case you need it, right, this all goes back to March when Hegseth Hegseth and other top officials were discussing plans for U.S. airstrikes against Houthi rebels in Yemen, not in a secure conference room, not using encrypted DoD communication systems, but rather on the commercial messaging app Signal and group chats including Hegseth's wife, brother, and personal lawyer, as well as editor of The Atlantic, Jeffrey Goldberg. And you had Hegseth sending precise information about aircraft, targets, and timing, and I mean so specific that you literally had him writing, "This is definitely when the first bombs will drop." And so of course, I mean, you had experts and current and former officials slamming this as an unacceptable security breach, with Acting Inspector General Stephen Stebbins even then launching what was described as an evaluation, notably in response to a request from Roger Wicker and Jack Reed, respectively the top Republican and top Democrat on the Senate Armed Services Committee. But then with that, over the past several months, Hegseth reportedly only handed over a few of his Signal messages. So as a result, the IG actually had to rely mostly on screenshots of the chat from The Atlantic. Also, Hegseth reportedly refused to sit down for an interview with investigators, agreeing only to provide a written response, and then in that response, he claimed that as defense secretary, he had the authority to declassify information, which the IG said is true. That said, it is not clear whether he had declassified information in the chat by the time it was shared, which interestingly, the IG just did not determine. Though also, notably, he found that the plans disclosed by Hegseth were actually taken from a U.S. Central Command document that was marked classified at the time. And so then, even with all of that, there is another question that remains, and that is that even if Hegseth has the ability to just declassify information at will, why would he declassify this? Right, because the IG also found that if a foreign adversary got hold of the intelligence shared in that chat, it would have endangered both U.S. troops and the mission at large. Beyond that, the report details how he failed to preserve those communications as required under federal law, and it unsurprisingly concludes that Hegseth violated Pentagon policies about using personal phones for official business. It even detailed how Hegseth used Signal from his office in the Pentagon in an area where personal devices aren't allowed by having staff hardwire the app so he could access it without physically having his phone. But with all that, despite the alarm bells blaring, I can't even hear myself, the Trump administration, they're trying to play this off as a win, with the Pentagon spokesperson claiming the report's finding absolved Hegseth of any wrongdoing, saying the Inspector General review is a total exoneration of Secretary Hegseth and proves what we knew all along. No classified information was shared. This matter is resolved and the case is closed. But of course, for many who their news diet isn't being baby-birded propaganda, they're not happy with or agreeing with that assessment, especially since this is coming as Hegseth is under pressure, even from many Republicans, over the administration's campaign to strike boats allegedly carrying drugs to the U.S. from South America, which to many is a reasonable concern, because those strikes, among other things, according to experts, one, they're just probably illegal, two, they're actually unlikely to have an effect on the drugs coming into the country, and then three, if recent reporting from the Washington Post is to be believed, Hegseth kicked all of this off with an order to kill everybody, which allegedly led to a follow-up strike aimed at killing two survivors clinging to the wreckage created by the first strike, a move that military experts say could constitute a war crime. As far as that second strike, you have the White House defending it, saying that it was legal, downplaying Hegseth's involvement, and claiming that it had actually been meant to take out the boat, not the remaining crew. For now, we'll have to wait to see if that or any of the fallout from Signalgate actually results in anything meaningful. There is pressure there. There are people that normally kind of toe the line that seem concerned and trying to get more information, but we really don't live in a world where I would hold my breath in anticipation of people doing the right thing or even their job. But that's also not where the Hegseth connected news ends, because the New York Times is now suing the Pentagon, or with them accusing the Pentagon of violating the constitutional rights of journalists by implementing restrictions on those covering the country's military. Because a few months ago, you had Hegseth demanding that reporters sign a 21-page document agreeing to various new rules or else lose their press credentials and access. And you then saw most major news organizations, including Fox News and Newsmax, condemning the policy as infringing on the freedom of the press, surrendering their badges, and walking out of the building rather than sign. Right, and then they were replaced by the best of the best. And by that, I mean pro-Trump influencers that are more than happy to kiss the ring. And so that included the likes of Laura Loomer, Tim Pool, and fucking Mike Lindell, the pillow guy. He's got his own news thing, apparently. Which I don't even know if it would be appropriate to be like, news thing, unless it's maybe also spelled in wingdings. And with that, only now that she has a friendly press audience, as Pentagon Press Secretary Kingsley Wilson held what was reportedly her first on-camera press briefing. Right, and that happened just a couple of days ago, and just to give you an air of what the hell this is looking like, among those who were asking her questions was Matt Gaetz, the former Republican congressman who faced all sorts of allegations and is now credentialed to cover the Pentagon for One America News. But with all that, going back to the lawsuit, you have the New York Times saying that the First and Fifth Amendments were violated, with one key argument being that under the new policy, reporting any information not approved by department officials could lead to punishment, regardless of whether such news gathering occurs on or off Pentagon grounds, and regardless of whether the information at issue is classified or unclassified. And then getting even more specific, the suit points to one provision of the policy that enabled the Pentagon to deem a journalist a so-called security or safety risk. And this, quote, based solely on a journalist or news organization's receipt, publication, or solicitation of any so-called unauthorized information, regardless of secrecy classification. And then with that, it also argues that lawful, routine news gathering techniques like asking questions of government employees and interviewing them for stories could be considered solicitation under the new policy, basically making their work impossible. And with that, you've had no shortage of press organizations showing support. And then, as far as the Trump administration, at least as I'm recording this, they've been largely quiet, though you did have a Pentagon spokesperson saying, "We are aware of the New York Times lawsuit and look forward to addressing these arguments in court." And yeah, as do I. And so yeah, it's gonna be important to have eyes there, but also I guess on this so-called Pentagon propaganda core that's there now. And then there's more we've got to dive into in a minute, but first let me say, listen up. You with the passion project, the side hustle, the list of business ideas just rotting away in your notes app. I want you, and you can make today the day that you commit to making that thing real. Because I get it, I procrastinate on pretty much everything that's not the DeFranco Show, and I procrastinated on building my book club website forever. But I kid you not, the DeFranco Book Club, it went from someday to launched in under an hour with today's sponsor, Squarespace. And it just couldn't be easier to build a site to whether you want to showcase something or to start selling content, courses, physical or digital products, whatever you have in mind. Like pretty much whatever you want to do, you can. You want to charge a one-time fee? Great. Offer a subscription? Great. And they've got stunning templates that look like you hired a designer, and their Fluid Engine editor, it lets you drag, drop, customize, no coding, no stress, no excuses. Now, my team even uses Squarespace for our daily dip newsletter where tens of thousands of y'all get your PDS fix in your inbox every weekday. And it couldn't be easier. News polls, giveaways, PDS show notes, all run through Squarespace. And like clockwork, it went out today, and your project vision could be next. All you gotta do is take that first step today with a free trial at squarespace.com/Phil, or scan that QR code. Today is launch day. Just remember that when it's ready to go live, use code Phil and you get 10% off, and let them know we sent you. But then next up today, fuck your Spotify Wrapped. Right, that is what a lot of people who are boycotting Spotify are saying right now, is they've launched a campaign to get people to ditch the platform in protest over ICE ads that have run. Right, and this movement is called Spotify Unwrapped, and it was launched by progressive grassroots groups like the Working Families Party and the Indivisible Project. And these ICE recruitment ads, I mean, they've been controversial for a few months now. And while actually tons of streaming services have been running these ads, Spotify has kind of gotten the brunt of it. And, you've seen this boycott movement just kind of bubbling up for a while now, with people on Spotify community forums saying they're leaving the service, calling the ads unacceptable, and saying they don't want to support fascism. And specifically, the Indivisible Project said, streaming hate is not neutral. It's a choice. We refuse to fund it. We refuse to ignore it. Now, that said, for their part, you had Spotify saying, this ad is part of a wider campaign from the US government running across multiple platforms, including television, streaming, and online channels, and saying users can provide feedback on ads, such as liking or disliking them, to help manage their ad experience. But what you're seeing are a lot of people saying, well, there are other ways we can let you know we dislike these ads. And last month, you even had the New York City comptroller writing a letter to Spotify CEO expressing concerns about recent developments that may violate Spotify's advertising policies and impact long-term shareholder value. And with that, asking the company to explain how it assessed these ads, including regarding policies prohibiting advertisements that promote stereotypes or negatively portray or attack an individual or group on the basis of race, religion, gender identity, or expression, ethnicity, nationality, and more. And then with all that, one of the big reasons that we're seeing headlines about this today is that Spotify Wrapped just launched. Where you've got everyone and their mother talking about Spotify right now. A lot of people sharing their listening age, their top artists and songs. I mean, you can't look at Instagram without seeing tons of that right now. And so with that, it's also kind of a big PR day for a lot of big artists out there. With tons of outlets covering things like Bad Bunny dethroning Taylor Swift as the top global artist. Some artists even delivering messages on Spotify to their top listeners, thanking them for using the streaming service to listen to their music. And then, of course, you also have the podcast charts, which Joe Rogan topped once again. And all this hype, it really ends up paying off for Spotify. I mean, just in its first 24 hours, Spotify Wrapped reportedly engaged 200 million users, which is nearly a 20% increase from last year. And so that's why this Unwrapped movement is, trying to take advantage of all that momentum. And even sharing alternative graphics that look like Spotify's that people could post that discuss the ICE ads on the platform. With Indivisible's co-founder writing that a fun look back on the year in music hits different when it's paired with propaganda for Trump's deportation machine, saying, remember, don't use Spotify while the platform runs recruitment ads for ICE. But for now, as we wait to see how this continues to play out, I definitely would love to know your thoughts, and even if you knew that this was a thing that was happening right now. But then, next up today, this is really interesting news. And what might come as a shock to a lot of people, rent prices have actually once again dropped across the month of November, leading the average apartment costing $1,367 in the United States. And then on top of that, vacancies actually rose to 7.2%, which is a record high. And then when you look into it, falling rent prices have been a trend since mid-2023, and they were fueled by a building boom across much of the United States. And actually with that, the rent prices will likely continue to drop, and vacancy rates remain high as more buildings are still in the works. Now that said, the amount of new new units being worked on has slowed down substantially, but it is expected that until the well of currently being built ones dries up, prices will continue to drop. And so with all that, I'll say on the surface, rent prices dropping at historic rates, it might seem like a good thing for everyday people, but you actually have experts saying that it's a sign that younger people are really struggling to start new homes. And according to Grant Montgomery, the National Director for CoStar's Multifamily Analytics, that 18 to 34-year-old group, I think it's up to 32.5% of those now living with family, and that's the highest it's been in a while. Saying, I think it reflects high rental costs that have risen over the years, as well as the tougher job market for young folks just coming out of college. And so rent prices falling aren't just because there's an abundance of supply, but also because the core group that targets rentals just aren't even trying because it's still too expensive, especially when you consider that in many markets, it's still super expensive to buy a home compared to local incomes, right? And so renting a place and saving for a home, it's just out of the question. And also, I'll say, talking about this stat on a nationwide level, it doesn't make sense in some ways because so much of the US lives in metro areas, but also like even there, the trend largely holds true. Whereas over in Vegas, tourism's way down, which kills jobs and thus people leave the area. Or like in Boston, federal funding cuts across many of its key industries have similarly affected work. And then there's also the factor of how many multifamily units are being built. Right in Austin, Texas, rents have plummeted as the city had a massive building boom. Right, and you're seeing, according to Zillow rentals in Austin being $2,300 at the start of 2020. But then just a year later, they plummeted to about $2,000, and now they're around $1,950. Also, over in LA, rentals have still gone down despite a notable lack of building. Although there, it's a much more modest 1% month to month. But then also, like if you ever lived in LA, you know that rent going down, it's almost unheard of. Right, and then another sign that things are rough across the US still is that renters are searching for more affordable markets like Cincinnati, Atlanta, Kansas City, and St. Louis. So largely, it's expected that things will stabilize next year as there are still units being built. Also, I'll say, rent prices falling would seem like good news for consumers if it wasn't for the fact that everything else appears to have gone up. Right, food prices continue to rise across the states, and while it doesn't seem like much year on year, it does add up considering this has been a trend for years. Not to mention, at least as I'm recording, who knows what the hell's happening, like anything shipped to the US, it's facing like an 18% tariff on average. Also, inflation, it's still at a semi-reasonable 3%-ish, but as the effect of the tariffs compound and the inventory of pre-tariff items runs out, there's an expectation that prices will rise across 2026. So, with rising prices equaling inflation, the silver lining here is that experts are optimistic that it at least won't reach the 9% that we saw during the height of the pandemic. Though that's also a pretty crazy bar to compare anything to. This is the situation, we're talking about the numbers, the trends, and so I'm also interested to know, how has this been affecting you? Like, what's your experience been with renting right now, trying to buy a house, buying household goods, any and all of it? But then, next up today, here's maybe a new one for you. A group of school staffers in New Jersey are being accused of hosting dress as your favorite pedophile parties. Right, that is what's being alleged in a lawsuit that was filed by Melissa Pomfrey, a former special education teacher in the Pinelands Regional School District. And specifically, you have Pomfrey alleging that a school paraprofessional and other staff members participated in more than one of these parties around August of 2023. And so Pomfrey, she says that she brought the matter to school officials, telling them about the party and also raising concerns that the same paraprofessional who attended the pedophile parties also had an inappropriate relationship with an underage student. Right, and with that, alleging that the male paraprofessional would frequently invite this underage student to hang out with him after school. But then Pomfrey claims that not only did district officials fail to take proper action, they also demoted her from the high school to a middle school special needs classroom. So with that, you have the suit alleging that the administrators conducted a sham investigation and then intentionally reassigned her in pure retaliation for her complaints of the unlawful, unsafe, and neglectful environment fostered by defendants. And so then as a result, the complaint says that Pomfrey began suffering anxiety, depression, severe nausea, and uncontrollable vomiting from the stress. But she still says that she continued to repeatedly ask administrators to take her complaints about the paraprofessional seriously, but the district ignored her. And with that, you had Pomfrey claiming that her health got so bad that her doctor and psychiatrist placed her on a disability leave of absence, which she took unpaid. But then in May of 2025, while still on medical leave, Pinelands administrators told Pomfrey that they weren't renewing her contract for the next school year, a move that she believes was also retaliation for the fact that she reported these so-called pedophile parties. So now, as a result, she's seeking reinstatement, back pay, legal fees, and court-ordered training for district officials on discrimination and retaliation. Now, all that said, as far as how the district has responded, an attorney for Pinelands Regional denied the allegations in court documents. In the Pinelands Regional School District also calling the suit baseless in a statement to the media. So definitely a situation where we're gonna have to keep our eyes on it. But then, from that, as we're winding things down today, I want to end with a little self-promo and one more thing. As far as the self-promo, right now, if you go to beautifulbastard.com, I've got pretty much everything at 60% off, but that also means that a lot is sold out. So if you want one of our fantastic graphic hoodies, especially on maroon, we have those, as well as some in navy and select sizes. And then as far as black, we have some available still in small and medium. But yeah, get what you want while you can, because the warehouse has almost been emptied out. You know, that aside, we've talked about what appears to be Trump's brazen corruption. Whether it be with what seems to many like bribes, the pardons, what appears to be obvious corrupt business deals. But it also got me wondering how this kind of corruption impacts the larger economy in the present, but also the long-term future. You've even seen it called things like the third worldification of America, though that's definitely a loaded term. You know, to break that down for me and really so much more, I had the Plain Bagel on the In Good Faith podcast this week. The full episode actually went up today. I highly recommend you watch it. I'm gonna include a full link down below. And he's a finance creator and an actual certified financial analyst, and he really broke it down from a fundamental standpoint.
There was a 17% long-term impact on GDP per capita. So there's a meaningful impact on just output alone. And that's not the only gauge that matters for an economy, but it goes to show that even just on that pure measure of performance, corruption can have a negative impact. And the reason for that is, well, there's a number of reasons. Some of it is that it can lead to inefficient output. So when it comes to governments having favoritism with the companies they select, what that means is you move away from merit-based decisions to suddenly, you know, whoever you're in favor with, and that means you can have suboptimal outcomes. You might have a infrastructure project that fails and all this money wasted because you hired someone that wasn't qualified to do so based on corruption and things like that. So you have a lot of wasted tax dollars that come from that as well. And part of it too is the research report that showed that the impact of the standard deviation change in that index level. It also showed that the reason you typically see that impact on economic output is because it feeds into a decrease in foreign direct investment, which makes sense because suddenly foreigners who have money to invest in your economy will second guess whether to invest in your system if they don't have faith that the rule of law will be upheld, if they don't believe there's an even playing field, if they believe their money will be taken or perhaps beat out by some industry incumbent that has a solidified position with the government. So it discourages foreign direct investment, and it also increases inflation. And that can be because of the wasteful projects, the inefficient production you see, and things of that sort. And you know, finally, and you can see this in some countries, is it can lead to just less competition overall, and you can get this oligarchy of companies and insiders and the like that end up commanding most business activity. So it's all those reasons that from an economic standpoint, there tends to be this view that corruption's bad. You know, it's funny to argue that.
But that, my friends, is where this video ends. But of course, you got more just a click away. Or you can check out that full In Good Faith podcast right here or in the links down below. And or if you missed last night's Philip DeFranco show, definitely catch up. There was a lot we talked about there. But hey, whatever you do, let me just say thank you for watching. I love yo faces, and I'll see you right back here on Monday.
That's good. But what's this problem? So the guy should tank the charges. This guy should tank everything that happened to other people. He should, everything that happened to other people, this guy should tank, it should be related to all of this guy. This guy baited fucking law enforcement shots towards civilians. That's fucking god awful. Release no charges? Wow, very cool. Very nice. Very safe. Yo. These walls are made of paper. this could have like killed multiple people that don't even know if this is happening. Like, this is like a nightmare. What even is going on with the world? Is this one any good? Are any of those even watchable at all? Like, guys, what is a grappler? Oh shit! It's one of my inventions. Oh, he's got him. Ah! Dang, he's got the handbrake on and shit. What a buster! Hey! Wait, that was kind of a nice turn. Hold on. There you go. Hold on. Wait, that was kind of nice. What? That was almost a nice J turn. Yeah, that was kind of almost nice.
Get in your car. Get in your car and pin him. Get in your car, pin him.
Hit him? Oh, pin him. Okay. New weapon. It's a sight, like a death sight, and you go bang on the front hood, and it's made to pierce down into the engine block and break the engine, so it stops. No?
Hands up right now!
Can that not work?
Come back.
Chat. Imagine you get busted like this, but Inspector Gadget out of nowhere. Like, get fucking rolled. Like, you're going about your date. You're doing some robbery, some crime. Obviously, you're a fuckhead, right? And Batman shows up on the scene with this shit on the top of his hood. Yeah, it's GG, of course. Or you do a double murder in the California area, right? And CHP says, "I'm good today. We're not pursuing peace out."
How about if the
and
cops
you get away?
shoot the tires? Holy shit,
is
have
it
they
this
not played GTA?
What? Wait, that was worded poorly, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean? No?
Car?
Correct.
Okay. Just make sure got the plate. Just gotta get the plate off your car. I'm just gonna get the plate off the car.
And I'm saying, why do you need to do that?
What's the problem?
Why do you need to do that?
Are you about to drive away?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. This is not like a game. You're recording too.
You don't need my license plate.
Why?
Why do you need my license plate then?
Are you saying like you're not a valid driver?
I am a valid person.
Okay.
But why do you have my license plate? You're not answering our question. Again, tell me why do you need to copy my VIN number and
copy
license
a VIN?
plate? And what is your name, ma'am?
It's right here.
Okay, you're not answering the person question. Why do you need to copy someone's VIN number and license plate? Can you please tell me that? Can you please tell me that, ma'am? You guys, I'm recording.
Did you know that sometimes elaborating about what's happening and giving some word about what's happening is actually a method of de-escalation also? De-escalating is also articulating what the fuck is happening. Believe it or not, it can
Partner,
put
she
the
doesn't want to
person
tell
at
me why
ease.
she want to copy my license plate or anything like that. So can I please have your name and why you copy my information? I do have the right to know that.
I already have it. Thanks.
Have a good day. That's freedom of speech,
If
honey.
you want to talk like that on camera, that's fine. You're just showing yourself true colors.
But you didn't tell me why you copy my
lady.
information.
Yo,
Please, don't touch me.
yo, this is a message to all the cops, yo. Listen, you need to take the L. You need to take the L. Being a cop, you're gonna take a lot of L's. If somebody says you a bitch ass, it's protected speech. Everybody knows this. I know this. the Constitution protects the person from calling you a bitch ass. It's all good. Yeah, they should do it. It's fucking weird, but you gotta take the L. If you do a rebuttal, you're wrong. That's what I say.
This is my car.
Don't touch me.
I'm not touching you.
Don't touch
As you
me.
guys see, guys, I'm touching myself and not her.
Don't
Excuse me, don't touch me. You're touching me.
You're touching
you guys,
me.
as you see, is a video. She's touching me. Look, can I please get?
29.
I'm trying to open my car door.
Get away from me.
I'm trying to open my car trunk.
Get away from
Can
me.
I please open my car trunk without you by my car? Thank you.
I intend to. Get away from
I'm
me.
not touching you. Don't touch me. You guys see this? Stop touching me. You guys see this? Stop touching me.
Get away from me.
I'm by my car.
Get away from me.
I'm by my car. Stop touching me. I am by my car. Stop touching me, ma'am.
Get
They're
away
both
from me.
wrong. I said it.
I'm
They're
not
both
touching
wrong.
you.
I need help.
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching
You're
her.
detained. Let go. You're being detained.
I'm not. You not touching me.
You're being detained. You're not cooperating. You're being detained.
Why
Can you
both?
stop touching?
Because she's wild now. She's doing all this charade and whatever, right? That one's not articulating. Then she touches, which is obviously wrong. It's automatically wrong, right? But then then she starts to manipulate her without understanding what's happening. Okay, you're under arrest. That's it.
I didn't touch you, honey.
You're detained. You're under arrest. You tell them.
I didn't touch you, honey.
Turn around.
No, I did not
You're
touch you.
listening.
I did not touch you, so I did not have a. Can I?
You're not listening. You're being
Oh my!
detained.
You guys see? Thank you for recording this. Do you see this?
You're
Thank you
being
so
detained.
much for recording me. Stop
You're not
touching me.
listening. You're not listening. Stop resisting.
Stop
You're
touching
not
me.
listening.
Can you please help
I'm not
me?
done asking you.
That's not my mom.
Bye.
I'm not touching her.
I'm not here for you.
You're not listening.
Okay, I'm not touching her.
Stop resisting.
I'm not touching you. I'm not. Stop touching me, please.
29 times a
Stop
chance subject.
touching me. Can you not stop touching me? Why are you guys touching me? Why are you touching me? He's a man. A man's not supposed to touch me.
No,
A man's not supposed to touch me.
Resist it.
No, you want him touching me.
Stop resisting.
He's touching me. Stop. He's touching me.
Stop
I don't want
resisting.
him touching me.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
XQCL plus
Put your hands behind your back. Now.
Okay.
Other hand.
Stop on my back.
Stop resisting
I'm
now.
not resisting. I'm not resisting.
You don't touch a law enforcement officer.
She got recorded. You finna go to jail, bitch.
Let go of your hand.
She has her all recorded. You finna be so screwed. Thank you so much.
Newsflash, you're being recorded this entire time.
Yeah, this cop sucks. Sorry. I mean, don't get me wrong. This lady at the house, this lady fucking sucks too.
No,
I mean,
you cannot touch my car door.
but this is just a
No, it's not.
disaster.
My mom has them.
Put him in the other vehicle.
Can I please get up, please?
No, you will stay right here until my partner comes.
I have
Guys,
asthma, so I have to get up.
she's the poor authority figure. Like, you can give them orders and shit. Like, she made it like gossip and drama almost. Like, oh yo. Like, dude, take control of the fucking scene and give some orders.
Can I get up and have asthma? I can't breathe. Can I
This
please
is not
get
your
up? I have
pal.
to lift my arms up.
You could keep your
Can I
hands
raise it up?
behind your back.
My hands behind my back. Excuse me, you show her the video, please. Ma'am, can you look at that video? I remember it says nothing. No, please show her the video.
I'm gonna help you by pulling this down a little bit here, okay?
She allowed him to touch me.
Okay, because I told you multiple times.
Can you, I don't want her to touch me. Because she's doing something wrong. Let me go.
Stop resisting.
Let me go. I want her to stop touching me. I will touch you. Ow. Tell her stop touching me. I want you to touch me.
I will. So just stand right here for me.
Listen.
Let me go.
Stop. Stop.
Don't fucking squeeze me.
Stop.
Stop.
You guys see this?
Stop. Stop. Stop.
Squeezing
Just
me.
Stop.
Stop.
Take a breath for me. Stop.
Stop.
You see how she's doing
Lean
it?
up against the.
Let go of me.
I'm not even.
Let go of me.
Let go.
Let go.
Let go.
Let
Calm down. Take
go.
a breath.
Like, let me go. Look, she's doing my hand now. She's also let me go.
Can you hang on
Let's
with me?
Yes, and she let me go.
I'll take her.
Let me go now.
I'll take her.
Scummy is talking.
No, you're not going.
You let me go, please.
I'm gonna walk you over to her.
Can you tell her let me go, please? I'm asking. Can you tell her let me go? Thank you, Doug.
Okay. Walk with me. We're gonna go and
Why
talk.
are you trying to follow me?
Walk with me. Walk with me.
Get up
I
my
know.
face.
Other officer grab my arm.
I don't want her to.
For your rights, okay? Because I don't want you
I'm
to
not
say
going to.
anything that could possibly incriminate you. So I just want to make sure we're doing this the right
I
way.
got
Okay?
video.
Okay, that's cool.
And they got video. Then she decided to say, stop resisting. Then she allowed that man.
Could you hear anything
Anyway.
being said?
Oh, yes.
I want to watch this. I want to watch this. It's a long video. It's an hour, but it's done pretty good and it looked interesting.
Speaker's pretty low.
but she kept saying,
Touch
don't
him,
touch
there's
me,
assault.
don't
Touch him, there's
touch me.
assault.
Now that I have
So we're gonna watch all the video, get everything figured out, okay?
And everybody else,
What did you say?
take a better picture. Take a better picture. Close your fucking door.
That's assault. That's
That's
assault.
assault? No, it's
yeah.
not. No, it's not.
Touching my door is assault.
Hey,
Touching
cut me
my
off
door,
again like that, you ignorant little cow.
Touching my door is
As a
assault.
matter of fact, I'm going to take a fucking picture of your
Touching
license
my
plate.
door is assault.
And as a matter of fact, I've got you on my dash cam.
Touching
cutting
my
me off.
door is assault. Touching
You know
my
what?
door is assault.
You fucking entitled little cow.
Touching my door is assault.
Touching my door is assault.
Okay.
Who the
Touching my
fuck?
door
You
is
really think
assault.
you're fucking important, don't you?
Yeah.
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 Why is that? Your brown ass?
Yeah. 'cause
Is that
I'm
why?
brown.
Yeah.
Touching my door is assault.
You're ever put me off again like that, you're gonna have a serious fucking problem.
Touching my door is assault.
Touching my door is assault.
Okay.
Are you a fucking retard or what? Are you a fucking retard?
Okay.
Why would you do that?
Touching my
Not a
door
better
is
girl.
assault.
Hey, you already said that, you fucking retard.
能量不足，
Why would you do that?
Come on, let's go Venom. Nothing weird was on the screen, but it could have been weird. It looked like it could have been weird. That could have been weird. Come on, let's go back and Venom. I put him on the list. Put him on the cross list of all channels. By the way. I got some flashbacks from way back in the days. If you know, you know. Anyway. Sure, maybe I said that for later. What?
Y'all gonna take me to jail?
I don't think I've seen that before.
Take me to jail. I don't give.
Is this one good?
I had 20 black boys on my over there. You goddamn right, I don't want to drive. They body slammed me inside the club.
Keep your head still for me, okay?
I do got a nice truck.
You don't stop.
Beat me up.
Get the truck.
Freeze.
Back it up. Back it up. We're not trying to. Hey,
What,
listen.
did they just kill us together or what?
Stop. Take a breath. Take a breath. Everything's all right.
The Nassau County Sheriff's Office is called following the report of an intoxicated man fleeing a bar. But what should have been a standard arrest soon takes a dramatic
I think
turn,
they
and the
just died,
situation quickly spirals out of control, resulting in accusations of battery and misconduct.
You can get the back inside, or you can go to jail too.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. On July 6, 2025, the Nassau County Sheriff's Office is called to assist the city of Fernandina Beach Police Department, following the
Why, is it
report
letting
of
you
an
go or not?
intoxicated man leaving the Hammerhead bar.
PVCA
When the
Mod
deputies
News,
arrive,
GTA,
they find the
GTA
suspect
Chaos,
still in the
Mod
parking
Gamba,
lot.
Drama, TikTok, Instant Rivals, Doctor Strange.
Stay in the vehicle. Stay in the vehicle. Get in the vehicle.
Get in the vehicle.
67.
No, I'll skip it.
It's going to be a
I will skip it.
50 at the hotel.
I want to try the video.
我离得
Sorry?
近，
Interesting.
我没法再携带。
Yeah, I'll play routine after. Well, just more like some pose, man. I mean, I don't must skip it if it's not that good.
栏已经满了。
Known for my optimism, but I just heard the holly jolly news that one of only 3 RAM manufacturers is bowing out of selling RAM to ordinary average consumers. Instead, Micron wants to shift its focus to AI. Not an exaggeration, by the way. There is only 3 big Holy. I'm porky pigging, I'm so upset. There is only 3 big RAM manufacturers out there, and Micron, crucial, they are now just bending over and taking the AI dick in the butt, and is instead just giving the big double middle finger to all ordinary consumers out there, which will obviously drive the price for RAM even higher. In an announcement on Wednesday, Micron says it's winding down its consumer-focused business and will improve supply and support for our larger strategic customers in faster growing segments, aka AI companies. So every Joe Schmo out there, I hope you're ready to start Googling how to...
I have a take it. I think at this point, we're to the point where upgrading your RAM, you don't do that very often. Like, you can get good RAM and it's good forever. it just matches your motherboard. You get one that is good with your motherboard and CPU. It should be on board. Hey, I'm saying to this day, I feel like RAM should be on board. That's what I say. And then you should say, oh, I have AMD. Here's a system that AMD does well with because it's motherboard, RAM, with good combo with this particular system. That's it. End of story. Then you buy either Intel motherboards or AMD motherboards with onboard RAM. That's it. End of story. I don't want to
Download more RAM again like it's 2005 because it's about to get confusing with these prices. It's going to be bad.
Guys, the market is made in a way that you are fucking yourself up. I would wager that this chat, 90% of this chat has RAM that is not optimized, not that much compatible with their motherboard and CPU. And sorry, no way that you guys did research when you built your PC, that you found all the forums and all the testers and shit like that, that you have the exact proper setting. Okay. Tell me what you're looking for then, when you're buying RAM, to see if it's compatible and it's gonna work well with your system. Come on, it's one of the things you look for. Import one though. Import one. Go ahead. Only a few of them, if you guys have it. Cast latency. Only a few of you had it. Only a few. Only a few of you guys had it. Yeah. CL30, CL32, whatever. Yeah. Not all of you guys even had it. I'm sure a lot of you guys don't even check your timings before buying your computer, your parts, and your shit's incompatible. And you probably don't even know that some DDR5s, DDR whatever, doesn't even work well with your current system. And it's operating bad, dumbass. Fuck you!
Now let's take a peek at the Doomsday Scroll here. Micron will continue crucial consumer product shipments through the consumer channel until the end of the fiscal Q2. Company will work closely with partners and customers through this transition.
Alright. Now we'll call some people out. Here it comes. This guy, we saw you build a PC. Okay, here's what you're gonna do. Go to your computer. Here's what you're gonna do. This guy, Fizz Eye. I'm picking a guy at random. You're gonna go to your computer information. You're gonna screenshot your computer information. You're gonna send it in the chat. You're gonna show me what the fuck you got. Show me what you got. We'll see if others not. If you don't, you're banned. If you don't, you're banned. Banned. I'll show you mine. Hardware information.
I don't think we need advice from someone who forgot to install his PSU in his PC.
Go ahead. Is he gonna show it? I'm not spreading any misinformation. There's even some times where there's not enough information about a certain thing yet, and sometimes your system is incompatible. You can only know that later on. A lot of the newer motherboards that are like higher end end up being just bad overall your system because that's just how it is. I've had this problem multiple times. It's why it's usually better to buy more basic, cheaper motherboards. Good one. MS Info. What is that? Is that MS Info on your computer? Yes, it's system information. Show me. Show me your fucking computer. Show me your fucking computer, bitch ass. Show me your fucking computer, motherfucker. I'm losing my fucking mind.
Hi, chat, smile.
You left the chat. You left. Really? Guys, could this be a GIF and it's gonna show some porn or something or not? Take a look at. What the fuck? Oh, brother. i5 4440 with a 1060? A 932 gigabytes HDD? On fucking
Yo, this is
forward
from my GF
Kingston SSD. But does your shit spin when you start it? Can you hear it? Well, you can hear it spin, can't you? Oh no, I cannot. Oh no, 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 no. He posted his thing. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Intel Core i5 motherboard Tomahawk. Yo, we need to know. Okay, okay. Guys, is this his PC, or do you guys think this is a took? No, it's not bad. But is it compatible though?
XQCL.
PC parts.
Felix, you for real a grown-ass man hunched over your desk looking at computer parts.
Wait, no GPU? Integrated GPU.
Femboy Felix, Femboy Felix, Femboy Felix, Femboy Felix, Femboy Felix.
It's a laptop. It's a fucking laptop. Are we dead ass? Guys, I don't get it. Is this a fucking laptop? Then why is no GPU on this one? Guys, no, no. It has two 980 Pros, so it's not a laptop. So, what is the GPU? It's a GPU from the drop down. Oh, okay. This looks pretty decent. Looks pretty decent. Now, does the Intel Core i5 13600K go well with the Tomahawk Wi-Fi though? MSI Mag Z90. Yep. 790. Add. And then he has the... Hold on now. i5 13. Bang. Bang. Oh! Hold on! It's because the design of it cooler. The design of cooler, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. What? But then, does that match probably with the memory? DDR5 timing 36.
Oh
Guys.
my god, what is this streamer even talking
Shut
about?
up!
Pepega,
Shut the
clap,
fuck up!
world record incoming. Pepega, clap, Pepega, clap, Pepega, clap, Pepega, clap.
Shut up! Shut up. Shut the fuck up, you guys. What? What do you want from me? If you want to actually legit, you go to the mobile site, you look at the compatibility. I may have gotten cooked. I may have gotten cooked on this one time. Perhaps. How much? 32 gigabytes of a second RAM? We'll take a random one and see if any compatibility issues. Guys, say how it is. Guys, did he cook or not? Post this new one. I don't anymore. That one guy had it right, but the rest of the didn't have it right. So I fuck him. Still fuck him. He's still wrong. I don't give a shit. Fuck him.
Will provide continued warranty service and support for crucial products. Micron will continue to support the sale of Micron branded enterprise products to commercial channel customers.
The 3060 Ti is a bottleneck apparently. The 3060 Ti is a bottleneck. Boom. Incompatible PC parts. Incompatible PC components. Bang. Bang.
Globally, The AI-driven growth in the data center has led to a surge in demand for memory and storage. Micron has made the difficult decision to exit crucial consumer business in order to
Hold on. DDR5 still is very reasonable. i5. It's really workload sensitive. Faster DDR6 higher timings have a small edge. Ready 5. Boom.
必须给我指定一个目标。我需要一个目标。必须给我指定一个目标。我没有目标。必须给我指定一个目标。
Cooked. You're cooked. You're cooked.
Improve supply and support for our larger strategic customers in faster growing segments. Thanks to a passionate community of consumers, the Crucial brand has become synonymous with technical leadership, quality, and reliability of leading-edge memory and storage products. We would like to thank our millions of customers, hundreds of partners, and all of the Micron team members who have supported the Crucial journey for the last 29 years. Also, big fuck you, we're leaving. Thanks for making us all this money and making us a very attractive target for AI companies so we can suckle their fucking titties, and now you can suck our entire asshole. Bye, nerds. That part was ad-lib. That didn't come directly from the chief of business officer at Micron, but that's basically what he's saying. This decision reflects Micron's commitment to its ongoing portfolio transformation and the resulting alignment of its business to secular, profitable growth vectors in memory and storage. By concentrating on core enterprise and commercial segments, Micron aims to improve long-term business performance and create value for strategic
guys,
got me tripping over my words.
Guys,
For strategic customers as
chat. Guys, if you haven't caught on yet, AI is the biggest bubble of all time. AI bubble is gonna be bigger than the Y2K. Fuck it, than the fucking whatever the fuck housing market .com bubble. AI bubble will fucking explode in your ass.
As well as stakeholders. Micron intends to reduce impact on team members due to this business decision through redeployment opportunities into existing open positions within the company. Understandably, this news hasn't exactly been a slam dunk here. It hasn't been received very positively from ordinary people because this is them hawking a loogie in your mouth. They are spitting on you. And I have a hunch that they're not exactly shedding tears over it. In fact, if I was to cosplay the upper echelon zombies in suits at the head of Micron, this is probably how they reacted to all of your blabbering about their decision. A whip and a nay-nay on that financial ruin, nerd. It is them just openly stating proudly, yeah, we're exiting the consumer space and instead just going to serve AI. It's more lucrative. Good luck. And that's it. They sail off into the sunset. The numbers I was seeing online, Micron accounted for 26% of this consumer market that they are now exiting. Pretty big shoes to fill. That's an awfully large hole. That's an awfully expensive gap that's going to be left with most likely a lot of pain in there for your average ordinary consumer. And here's something I've been saying for a while that a lot of people like to bite my ass for about being too doom and gloom, but it's only going to get worse. I have said this for a while, and people love to celebrate AI when it's replacing people's jobs that they don't like or they don't respect. Like recently, I saw a lot of people celebrating the AI dubbing from Amazon because it replaced voice actors they didn't like, so they were laughing. Ha ha ha, you got replaced by AI, ha ha ha, it won't happen to me, ha ha.
Oh, no matter it's the VRAM wafers.
Who you are, no matter what your job is, even if you don't have a job, even if you exist as a fucking slug man creature with shit-stained britches every day and night.
Let's look at the impact on the market that we've had on the RAM prices. July 2024, $40, $120, 300%. $50, 150, almost 150, 2.5x. $50, $100, $200, 2x. About $100, $75, almost $200. That's insane. $80 average. 240, 230 average. DDR5 is nearly at a 4x. DDR5, 5.8, these are going to be, oh my, what? DDR6, 232, 200 bucks to 700 bucks. Fuck. Guys, DDR6, I made that with the boys. It's not available yet. I don't know how they have that on there. Clearly, I was saying DDR6 has a 6,000. That's like, they just all DDR5. Like, are you stupid? Okay, but are they running out of RAM to sell? Because even though the new production of RAM, they use the VRAM, they use the same wafer, so are they running out of RAM in the stores?
能量不足，这项技能还没有准备好。
Interesting. I feel like there's some collusion going on. I think, guys, somebody saw this coming and is gutting the market. Somebody's being a fucker. Guys, I don't think this is just them underproducing it. I think that there's a fucker somewhere.
It's all
somebody is invisible and he's fucking. You know what I mean? Very interesting. I'll finish the video.
Just cruising the internet. AI is indeed affecting you because this is not going to be the only company to make this decision, by the way, but even this company making this decision immediately fucking affects you, goofball, because you are now going to be paying more for your experience of if you build a PC or if you're even buying a PC or something. All of these things are getting more expensive as companies continue to bow down and swallow as much meat as possible to the AI overlords and forsake the ordinary consumers in the pursuit of this fucking nebulous idea of the future. And I've said since the very beginning, there's a lot of positives that can come from AI when it's utilized.
Guys, how about fuck a pre-built? People sell half-built PCs. They sell a motherboard with compatible RAM, compatible CPU, good CPU, and you buy a fucking, you either buy a tower, you put it in and whatever, or you just buy a rack and you put on the rack, you mother sucker.
That make sense, such as like in the medical field or for like bulk data collection, stuff like that. There's a lot that we can benefit from as human beings, but it seems like the gold rush and where tons and tons of unfathomable amounts of money, oodles of cash is being poured into, are into like the creative sector, where it's looking to replace humans for cheaper, where it's looking to get rid of humans in general because it's cheaper for companies to rely on AI once the technology is there. And what you're seeing here is an example of, in this pursuit, companies are going to start latching on because they can find more money by selling directly to these AI brands that are pursuing this, as opposed to even worrying about normal consumers. It's bad for everybody. I don't know why some people are struggling to come to terms with that or like plugging their ears to it.
And when all those companies fail, right, and they go bankrupt or whatever, and they get bailed out, who's gonna pay for all this shit? The people that were getting fucked by the price of the RAM in the first place. The taxpayers are gonna have to bail them out.
Congrats on the award for worst terminals. Anyways, shout out to my homies in Cameroon.
Yeah, what's up?
The world is forgetting this will affect all markets, new cars, as well as old because of supply and demand. 5-head free game chat.
No matter who you are, no matter what you do or what you don't do, you are being affected mostly negatively by AI right now too, Buster. And like I said, I can't imagine this being the only company to make this decision. I'm not saying the other two RAM manufacturers are going to follow suit. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I have no way of knowing that. I just feel like this is the first domino to fall in what will likely be quite a few other big brands choosing AI over ordinary consumers. I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. We are just getting started here with this fucking disaster. This shit is poop, man. It is so stinky. And it's like I said, only getting worse. Now I don't know why I feel the need to bring this up, but I'm going to anyway. I have, of course, seen cope with people defending this, saying that it is short-term pain for long-term gain, where they believe at some unspecified date into the future, this will actually be so good for consumers. We just have to grit our teeth and bear this for a little while, and it's going to be green pastures and sunshine and rainbows very soon. We'll be living in a utopia thanks to all of this. Yeah, Micron abandoning us may hurt now, but we have to look at it from their eyes. They can make a lot more money now, which means...
Now buy me a better GPU, please.
Chad, there's no way that RAM is this scarce. I mean, maybe I'm out of touch. There has to be some fucking... Because I think RAM is not very demanding. It's not... RAM is gonna whatever. Like, as long as you got... Even with fucking what? Like, even with a fucking... Even with a fucking 16 stick, you're chilling. What?
In the future, we can get things better. It'll be cheaper in the future. Somehow, once all these data centers are built and they're going to start caring about ordinary people then, and that's when it's great for us. We just have to wait until then. Okay. I'll believe it when I see it. Would love that to be the case. Don't see that happening at all. This feels like it's short-term gain, long-term gain. Fuck you to the flesh and blood. AI is the future. Like, that feels like that is the entirety of this plan. Anyway, this is a joyous start to the impending RAM crisis. Big thanks to Micron. You guys really...
It's okay, chat. It's okay, chat. Guys, just wait for the RAM to come back at the auctions. When they have to bail out these companies, they go bankrupt. they'll liquidate the assets, right? They're gonna go to the government website. They'll sell these rams at fucking $1 on the $100. Okay, you can pick that shit up when they go bankrupt. Okay, I waited for a few months when the bubble burst. We're chilling.
You knocked it out of the park with this one. You nailed it. This is some good stuff. So looks like 2026. We have our start date for the big problem in the consumer PC space. Get ready to start forking over huge clams in the near future. Really fucking terrible stuff. Anyway, I'll stop blabbering about it. That's about it. See ya.
You're knowledgeable to be noted. Chill, dog. You're saying a bunch of horse shit. Yeah, I'm just trolling because these companies are branded. But I mean, they have investor boards and fucking and shit to fucking listen to. And these are all on AI because they're AI. They want to fuck a flanker. I mean, let's keep it a buck. I'm not stupid. Oh, the chip. There it is, dude.
Mr. Q, why doesn't Charlie's
that's
hair
the real
have as much
chicken PC.
volume as yours? Tell us your secret.
That's the full version. See, it has fucking bounty bars. Look, you see that? I don't know if you can see it, but in the VR, oh no, there's lettuce. There's lettuce, old lettuce. Yeah, yikes. And at one point, I went to play VR, and I had no choice. I knew it was there. I didn't want to pick it up, but when I had to play it, I finally picked it up, and I could fucking smell off. You smell off the fucking head. It's so disgusting. It's disgusting. And at one point, believe it or not, these PC work, by the way. These PC worked. And just so you know, the bottle of Coke right there, you see maybe right there? It's taped to the cooler at an angle so that the spinners didn't touch the ground because it would go. So I had taped this bottle on it, and the PC just worked. It just worked. How can you get mad when the PC just works, guys? If it works, you don't ask any questions. You run it, play games. I had no choice. I knew it was there. I didn't want to pick it up, but when I had to play it, I finally picked it up, and I could fucking smell out playing, dude. This old smell fucking. Guys, in this day and age, computers are like fucking tanks. They are made to tank dumbass consumers like me and you. Like, they can take a fucking heavy beating and still run. And this shit ran. See, that was the real chicken PC. See that? Look at that creation that I made it. Holy shit. Holy fuck. That was probably optimized, but nowadays it's
just bought 128 gigabytes of RAM for $2,500. I am going to use to make an AI that can make me more RAM. 5 head.
I mean, yeah. Alright, what else we got there, chat? The Dr. Sandy video is a little bit long.
Hey, you wanna fucking go, cunt? Come on there, cunt! Come on! Yeah, you wanna fucking death stand me? Let's go, cunt! Me and my heels will fuck you up!
Why are you so mad?
Cunt! You want your fucking wingspan used as a clothesline? Let's go, cunt! Come on!
Why is it 1080p? Because 1080p is superior. Master race. Show me more piece of torture. I love that shit. Chat, show me more.
What the fuck? You're walking a fucking hostage, you daft cunt.
Classic. Classic.
We.
Delta P Video PLS.
Alright.
Trevor?
I'm confused. How does one beat the Scotch opening in chess? Maybe you can help me out.
Oh, why would you do that?
I got her. Also, I'm 5 and 7 against her, so she's not like a.
Charlie video talks about it? What the heck? He's not gonna show it, is he? Hey, he's not gonna show it, is he?
Pranksters are more hated than the common cold, but for the longest time there was always one prankster people would say bucks the trend of just going out and harassing people and actually does like clever, fun pranks that are both enjoyable for viewers and even the people who get pranked usually end up laughing. And that was Ross Creations. But with his latest super stinker, nobody's laughing. He's actually done a big number on his reputation.
Is this a
huge blemish there, and a lot of people are extremely upset with him. It's pretty easy to understand why. When I heard what his latest prank was, I don't even know if you can call this a prank, it's killing animals, not really a prank per se, when I heard that it was Ross Creations that did that, I didn't believe it.
Guys,
Drew told me...
Guys, I feel bad now that you guys, I vouched for Ross before.
Yesterday, and he said, you know Ross Creations? And the first
I
thing
said
out
it
of
was
my
one of
mouth
the
was,
last few
yeah, I
decent
really like that
pranksters.
guy. And then he said, oh, well, did you see his newest Instagram reel? Which I responded, no, because I'm not a big Instagram user, so he showed me, and it's fucking baffling that he thought this was somehow a good idea.
Oh, what do we got here? A possum. You are going to Mars. Yes. Oh my God! Bam! He just walks away. Oh man.
Hey pal, you just blow in from Stupid Town? The possum doesn't just walk away, it is limping away, most likely to go die an agonizingly slow death from all of the internal injuries it has suffered from being launched fucking 50 feet into the air. Because
Okay, but chat, I'm confused. What part of him made him think that that was gonna be like something that people were not gonna have a problem with? I don't get it.
Ross Creations wanted to LARP as Craven the Hunter here and just blast possums into space. I think his brain went to Mars. Like, I don't know what he thought would be a slam dunk with this video, but it is
that's what I'm
shocking.
saying.
He just shows animal cruelty. You can even see in the community note, it literally just lists out the penal code here. He's in Florida, much like me. It is just textbook animal cruelty. Possums aren't even really pests either, by the way. Only like farmers consider them pests because they do like go after like eggs, chickens and stuff like that. But for just an average, just ordinary person, possums aren't really pests. In fact, they actually do a lot of pest control for you. So him just targeting possums to
He probably
launch
thought
and
that
kill them
people hate
is
possums, so this is gonna work.
unhinged. And believe it or not, I actually saw some enlightened Redditors in the comment section trying to educate us plebeians that possums can actually tank this. This kind of impact actually does nothing to a possum. They don't even feel it. They're a lot like squirrels in that regard.
Not true.
I had to take a moment to
longer and
compose
fatter.
myself and realize that that was a real sentient human being that typed that, and it almost made me shed a tear. Buster, possums are not like squirrels. They're significantly more dense, and they do reach terminal velocity. So while it may not have just exploded on impact like a fucking bomb going off of blood and gore,
I was a ferret owner once, so I know. But although that this possum is bigger,
flying all over the
It's like-
place.
it's-
You can
possum is a
clearly
little
see
bit
it
like
limping
ferret
away, and it is absolutely
shape,
suffering, and
but
no doubt
denser and
will
heavier.
likely die from those injuries it sustained. That is an extreme distance to fall that possums cannot just tank. Some of these goobers in the comment section were talking about possums
Pirate,
like
is
they're
that you? What do you mean by
goddamn Thanos. Like, that is not how this works. This device is an alley-oop for gravity to assassinate possums. I don't even understand what the content idea here was, so he seems disappointed that the possum walks away. So the video was going to be launching the possum, having the possum hit the ground, and then a mangled corpse. And he thought that that would go over well. He thought that'd be like thumbs up across the board. The description on the video just says W, so he thought this was like a great move. What kind of psychopath shit is that? The
No,
guy whose
I knew what
own
the possum
YouTube
is. I have one
description
under my
says
house.
pranks but not mean, branded himself as like a good prankster, built a reputation as being a prankster that like even the people who get pranked appreciate because it was fun and entertaining, all of a sudden drops a video killing possums. That was his idea. How fucking stupid can you possibly be? Let's go ahead and play ball with fanfic where Ross views them as a pest because he's a big-time green thumb farmer, which he's not. But let's say he was, and he hates
it's AI, and this is the prank he's pranking the public. Hold on, true or false?
possums. He's got a big problem with possums coming in there and fucking slapping his chickens around or whatever. So he wants to handle the issue himself
surely.
instead of calling a professional. This is not the way to do it. This is extraordinarily inhumane. It is textbook animal.
If he had done that, it would have been. It would have been interesting if it was a fully AI rage bait.
Cruelty. Like this, there is absolutely no wiggle room for any kind of justification here at all. It is just torturing these possums. They die a slow, painful death. So even though it looks like that possum walks away, if you really stretch, it is limping very slowly off of frame. But even if you think that it walks away, it doesn't live happily ever after from the extent of those injuries. There's no world where it fucking survives that. But let's say it did. Let's say it did somehow get out of there, but it's all...
Even squirrels are pretty, they're pretty good, like ratio weight to whatever the fuck, right? And when they jump from a high tree, they die. Like, I used to go on my bike all the time, and we see them on the street all the time. They fall and they die from jumping from tree to tree. So a possum being launched definitely gets attacked.
And beaten up, looking like Ed, and Eddie after the town just attacked them for their most recent scam. How the fuck would Ross ever think that is content that would be received well?
It is true.
Launching a possum in the air and brutalizing it, but at least it survives. Why do you think people would respond positively to that? That's not silly. That's not like ha 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 hilarious. That's just fucking weird. And the idea apparently was that it would kill the possum. Like, Ross seems disappointed that it walks away.
What?
I really don't get what he was expecting with this one.
I mean, I don't even think it's debunkable. It just looks awful.
Yes.
Oh my God! Bam!
He just walks away.
Bro! What is wrong with this guy? Bro, look at him. What's happening?
He just walks away.
What the fuck's going on with him? I don't get it.
Oh
my God!
Going to Mars.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yes.
Fair.
Oh my!
Nah, this has to be real, dude. There's no way that this is some AI shit and we're getting rage baited. This is just real. Nah, when you launch it doesn't look like an AI. You have to go frame by frame. Hold on.
Yes.
Shut up.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. The physics are pretty solid. Not AI, I don't think. It's real. The physics are pretty accurate. What?
Oh my!
I'm looking mostly at the wire at the top. You see it? Hold on. See here? The wire physics at the top looks pretty accurate. I wonder if AI would the jiggle. You know what I mean? See like this? Look. Bang. As soon as it releases, little thing here releases, right? Stays stable. Oh, stop swimming though. Hold on. No, that's the branch. I'm fucking running. And then, bang, boom. See that? Look at that. Everything looks fine to me. Real. It's real. It's gotta be real. I'm not. Bro. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to defend it. I'm just saying it like, trying to debunk the fact that people said it could be AI. I think, okay, there could be a theory, and I'm looking at it objectively. If you don't look at any theories, then you're just a drone. If you don't think for anything, you're a drone fuck.
This guy is wrong, always right, doubters be silence. Can I get a welcome to the jungle tie?
Prank on who though? I think it's a prank on himself. To cancel himself like a dumb fuck. There you go. That's the prank. Just a prank. Wait, delete your channel? Wait, hold on. Lost the whole career? Huh? Just a prank. Got him. Anyway, what else we got? Last line in one of the video, trying to be a blind person. What the fuck? Anyway, what else? Chat, I want to watch the Dr. Sandy chat, but guys, it's long. It's like an hour video. Maybe I do that with food later. video is a dumbass. What a weird video.
Jesus.
What the fuck is
Welcome
that?
me to the jungle,
Twitch members
you
after
go, the
forgetting to
opossum.
feed her son for a week?
Good God.
Huh?
She's been a
These were the exact reactions of officers who had just encountered one of the most horrific scenes of their lives. A 2-year-old boy was found lifeless in his crib, a scene that still sits heavy on everyone who saw it.
Nothing's gonna bring him back. It was already hard enough to want to live. They were my only motivation to get us out of here.
Emergency call at the home of 20 when Officer Jonathan Matthew Cheek and 29-year-old Sierra Pearl Zaitona. When officers entered the home, the first thing that hit them was the smell, followed by a stillness that felt completely wrong. They eventually moved toward a small bedroom, but nothing could have prepared them for the horror they were about to encounter.
Fire department, get down.
Well, that house is shit, though.
Hey, come on.
This is disgusting.
Let's go. Bring the baby out here. Back up. Bring it out here. Bring it out here. Bring it out here. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Go. Get down
We
here.
don't want dead baby's mother sucker.
Yo, we skip the part then, dumbass. Jesus.
Inside the house, the officers found an unresponsive 2-year-old boy, and by mere observation, the officers discovered the boy had clearly been gone for a long time.
What?
You can hear the shock
DJ
of the
just mauling?
officers'
Like it was
voices
mauling
as
for
they
what reason?
processed the scene, and the fact that the first responders visited the resident often says a whole lot. Officers continue to process the scene as they report and make contact with the child's parents.
Just hold on, man. Hold on till the boss gets here. Let's just sit tight. Sit tight.
Just to get him out of he's yeah, that's pretty far leads on him.
Just wait till the boss. If you guys are pretty far gone, just give it to the boss.
You get if I put the dogs in the room?
Yeah. As long as there's nobody in there.
For 1 second, Vince, let's go. Bring it up. Last time you saw this child was yesterday.
Last time?
Make sure there's nobody in there. Get the dogs in there and then get her back out. What? And two? Can you find out where the kid was at and keep the dogs out of that area? She's in the fucking house screaming, dude. It's like a fucking hoarder house. There's 2 other kids in there. This kid's all fucking emaciated. Looks like it's been dead for weeks.
Oh.
Yeah. Tiny little child. She's in there just fucking inconsolable. He's got her in the back of my car right now.
The female?
The female, yeah. She's got 2 other kids here. FD had them over here. But, dude, it's a fucking mess in there. Chang went back with her to take the 2 dogs that are running loose out here back in. There's nobody else in the house. She's out here. We got her over there. The kids FD had them somewhere over here. The 2 kids. The kid's still on the porch here.
I'll give it.
This kid has been gone at least a week.
Okay.
So I told them they wanted to move it. You know, we brought the other kids out. They wanted to move it. I told them leave everything as it is. So everything is as it is. They brought the kid out from one of these back bedrooms here. I'm going to assume the one that had the
Guys, I think the premise of the video is finished though. As in like the bad part.
How in the world would you keep a deceased child in the house with other children for a week? What level of disregard to human life is this? It's quite saddening. The officer proceeded to the parents, but they had different things to say as to the last time they saw the child.
We've been feeding him since, and then I went back to work and I said, we're leaving here. And I've been grinding and grinding. I finally got us a car, which he's controlling it. He's using
On the grind, damn.
Where's the child? Where's the dad? Where's dad at?
He's avoiding coming back because I think he
What's his name?
I think he knew this morning when he left us that it was gone. And
What?
When's the last time that you knew of that Zayden was alive? Yesterday when?
Yesterday morning.
How do you know?
Before I went to stream, I made sure he was eating a bun.
Some of these you feel a little bit bad, but my God.
No, she's not.
Yeah.
We come on her all the time. She goes.
Not anymore. Not anymore, guys. I gotta assume this is gonna be the end of this one.
What, you going all the time?
Right now is his mommy.
What's his name?
Jonathan G.
Sit with her. I'm gonna run some stuff here.
Where's sympathy just turns out?
Sympathy for who?
Jonathan G. She's always Can I just grab the phone where it has the proof, please?
We'll grab it for in a little bit, okay?
He's gonna rip.
Okay, it's not like we don't believe you, okay? You just gotta give us some time, okay?
Nothing's gonna bring him back. It was already hard enough.
That's so funny. I don't understand it.
Motivation to get us out of here. And now
What do you
my
mean?
baby.
What do you mean? What do you mean? There's nothing that's gonna bring him back? What do you mean by that?
My baby. I tried. I was breathing. He's one of those black. What is that? Why is it like that? Why is it like that? He looks like he choked her through something. What was their color? He had to have known even when I called him and I said he's being cold. There's no way he didn't know. His mom's driving him blind. Where's my car?
Wow, this is embarrassing. Pushing 32.
Why can I not escape? I'll never be able to give them the life I imagined. I wanted to get in the house with a
Is this drugs or what?
away from thing one, which was also narcissistic and abusive, which is my oldest dad.
The child's mother, Sierra Zaitona, starts to cry and blame everything on Jonathan. Her emotion is loud, but her explanations don't line up. But here comes Jonathan, the father of the child, who is lacking in both emotions and explanation.
Hey, hold on. Who are you? Okay. Father? Okay. Okay, do you live here too? Yes, I do. Okay. Real quick, you got your ID on you? Did she call you or something? Yeah. When's the last time you seen, is that your son? Yeah. When's the last time you seen him? This morning? Okay. How was he this morning? Fine? Okay. What time did you see him this morning, roughly? About 12 a.m.? p.m.? p.m.? Okay. What was he doing at that time? Sleeping? And, well, where? What room specifically was he sleeping in?
The first bedroom right here.
This bedroom right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm watching.
Did you pick up the baby at all, or what? What was your interactions with the baby?
I just rubbed his back. He moved a little. Got readjusted.
Nothing out of the ordinary for you, though? Okay. You remember what he was wearing?
Just his diapers.
Just his diapers? Okay. And about what time did you leave here?
About 2:30.
2:30 p.m.?
Yeah.
Okay. Where'd you go from there?
Hold on.
Straight over to my dad's house because we were running the bricks on her car.
Okay.
We were going to do it before the snowstorm, but
Okay.
didn't have enough time.
Okay. And you live here? Okay. How long have you two been living here?
About 3 years.
About 3 years? Okay. Any medical history? Did the baby wake up at all or cry today while you were home?
We cried this morning. Yeah.
Cried this morning when you were here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was supposed to go to
Well, I think he's nervous.
Okay. Who else lives here with you?
Just me, Sierra.
That's Sierra right here?
Yeah. Damien, mine and her.
How many other kids do you guys have?
That's just what they just for all this.
There's videos like those, Jack. I've seen hundreds of videos like this.
Oldest live here also?
Just only a few.
If I would have, yo, he could be sometimes rarely, but it happens. They'll let out one small, come on, but the rest is all true. The guy's story is pretty solid in his delivery. We're talking top 3% that we've seen on these videos.
So it's
but
just you.
that doesn't mean that he didn't
and
not nourish the kid for days. playing so far. People was like, oh dude, guilty, these guys nervous. You want to compare other interviews? He's not nervous.
Was everything okay this evening? We're still investigating. 95 both or? Okay.
This could all be true and still liable because they nourished the kid, dumbass.
Okay. I'll take this.
Again, the father claimed he saw the child that morning and he looked fine. That would have been believable, but the cause of the child's death totally nullifies this.
Yes.
The medical examiners eventually confirmed the cause of death. It's starvation. The parents starved their own child to death. Prosecutor said it was one of the worst cases of neglect they'd ever seen.
Yeah,
Back to the
both of
question,
them fully
how
guilty.
can a starved child look just fine in the morning, only to die just a few hours later? Apparently, there is more to their story, and eventually, the inevitable came.
Can I just have you put your hands behind your back, okay? Interlace your fingers.
Who said it? Who said
Anything
Chills was not
you know
guilty?
about?
All I said is that all he said
that's
it could have
gonna
been
cut us
true
focus.
and still liable for all this.
No
Like, what?
drugs or anything in your pockets? He said no? I got it. Where is it? Go this way.
There it goes.
Yep.
Yeah, but if you can afford to raise children, why do you keep getting more of them?
Go quick.
Yo, you should need a license. You should be required by the law to get a license to do all that. Low key. That's what I say. That's what I say. If you're too broke to raise children, you shouldn't be allowed to. Because it leads to them having a bad life. If you can predict a 99% accuracy of subpar life and malnutrition, then you shouldn't be allowed to have them. What the fuck?
Miss, what's your name again?
They take it, they just take it.
Zia, can you stand up for me? Turn and face your house. Put your hands behind your back. I'll put her in mine, Shank. You got a bra on, I see? Okay, I'm gonna search my body cameras now, okay?
Well, I have no kids. I mean, yeah, because I don't qualify myself as a possible good dad right now, so I don't have children. It's that simple.
Have a seat.
But people will assume that they're good. They would be a good parent and that they can financially support a child. Well, they can't. Double wrong. How's that better than me? You act like it's cool, but oh no, you're not as good. You don't have any children. Okay, you gonna say that while we're doing a video on people who kill their children? Like really? Like, fuck you.
Stand right here.
I'm going back. Fuck that.
Need you to take off the belt as well.
In the end, Jonathan was sentenced to 24 to 50 years on a charge of second-degree murder and 86 months to 10 years on a second-degree child abuse charge.
Yeah.
Sierra Zaitona was also sentenced to 24 to 50 years for second-degree murder and 43 months to 10 years for second-degree child abuse.
Oh, I mean, GG. Forgets to feed child. Okay, remember to put on those stupid cat ears. True. The fuck? Oh, anyway, that's about it. That's about it for that. What else? Looks like they were maybe on drugs, perhaps. Guys, I want to try this game routine, but I also want to do it. Guys, I want to play some more half sword. I'll buy routine though. Metroid? Metroid what? Yo, half sword is the bomb. New Metroid, newest. Oh, fuck that. I feel like Metroid was good way back, and it's kind of these days. Do we agree with that or nay? Chat, I want to do one I hassle before. Yo, how about you fuck off? Oh, it's not only anyway, who cares? I finished Was a Millionaire off stream. I had a good run.
Terrified team race to a...
I'll watch it later. I'll watch it later. The fuck was that? The demo will resume. Okay, I lied. Okay, you got me. I lied. Yeah, my recent races have not been good because the map of the week is kind of bad, and some guy pushed me in the back and I decided to fuck his entire run up, allegedly. I'm not going to admit that on stream that I maybe fucked somebody's run on purpose, but there's a chance it might have happened by accident. No way, I died here, right? No way, right? 18 plus stream, really? No way. Does playing this game put like 18 plus? Ain't no way. Might remove that. Wait, really? Ow, 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 ow! Oh, you mother sucker. Sup, bitch? Sup, bitch? What a buster. I'm not spamming. I play that very methodically. Chad, he's about me to run. Maybe new gear? Shirt. Oh my god. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Watch it. Sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oof! And then... Okay, we're good. Yeah, shit. Boss incoming. I'm confident. Oh no. Swing first, bitch.
skib.
That's what I thought, pussy. Swing, swing. Swing! Wait, he bled out. Stand still. Stand. Done. Job's done. Chopped up. Oh. Hey. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
3.
Bro got chopped. Sup, bitch? Oh, watch your arm, hold on. Oh no, oh no! 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 Come on! Oh, don't you fucking dare. Chat, if that hits me, I'm dead. Oh my god! I'm the GOAT! Any other opponents? Oh no. Oh no, chat. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. Fuck. Chat. Dead. I'm dead. It's over. GG. I gotta heal. I gotta heal. The pitchfork, the way they use it is busted. Oh my god. Oh my god. Chat, is my arm ever gonna recover?
Put it in me, daddy, oh yeah.
It should, right? I don't get it. It should, right? Chat, is there a permanent bleed? What's going on?